who is the person that I actually cancelled on one time, and she's happily rearranged for me. So thank you so much for helping me out with that. And welcome.
Yeah, you're very welcome, and I'm happy to talk to you today.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I was able to listen to your song for Ren, and I
Yes.
did a reaction
Mm.
video for you, and um, wonderful. And so I suppose we ought to start there, really, because that was I've heard some of your covers of Ren songs. What I normally do is, although I'm desperate to know about your story, I normally start with how did you know Ren and what's going on in the Ren world, and
Hmm.
then we can go on your story. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
everything is
Go
okay.
on then.
How you do it?
Let's start with the Ren, the thing that we've got in common.
Yeah. So how I got to Ren? To be honest, I watched not interviews from you before, only one because I wanted to go into it very open-minded. But
Okay.
I saw that you asked this question, and I thought about how I got to Ren, and I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I think I had seen him on a reactor uh,
Okay.
in August. It's not so long ago.
Wow.
We were on
Yeah.
holidays with my family, and I needed some time for me. And I found him on YouTube, and then I thought from this moment, oh, boom, this is it. It's crazy, and I watched only reactions in all my free time. They're only
Okay.
for high rent because I was sure I will like the rest, and I wanted to save this for later.
Yeah.
For I don't know for what I wanted to save because I was so sure he's so good, and I didn't know this time how much or how many songs he has,
Yeah.
and that's why I thought this is so great now. This is enough for now, and let's take the rest for bad time. So I don't know for what.
Yeah.
And yes, that was it. And since then, into it.
And did you have a YouTube channel before then?
One channel I had, this one with the music covers, but
Okay.
not the reaction channel. This was after this time. I thought before about doing it, but not so intensely.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is the right word, but after I ran, I was like, I will save these songs. I wanted to save them anyway,
Yeah.
but slowly grows this idea in me. Maybe this is not the right time to start this channel. Um,
Okay.
I don't know. And then, yeah, this channel I got from November now, I think. At the end of
Okay.
November, I started this
Okay.
this reaction channel.
Okay. So I know the bells. Tell me the two different channels. Tell me the names.
The cover channel is Bells macht Musik,
Yeah.
and the reaction channel is Künstlerstunde, and
Okay. So
and
that's I haven't seen that one. I don't
yeah, and
think.
the name is Bells mag Musik. So I
Yeah.
thought this would be little bit funny. One is Bells makes music, and the rest is Bells likes music. So
Oh, okay.
I thought this is funny. In German, it sounds close to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you were doing the reaction
No
videos
problem. No
too.
problem.
But it sounds new. So I knew that you'd made the song for Ren.
Yes.
So what happened for that?
Uh, yes. If you have seen
Yes.
them,
Yes.
yes, I
Some of
saw
them.
his
Yes.
chapters, and yeah, they really moved me. To I'm a
Mhm.
nurse too,
Oh, are you? Okay.
and I don't know. They moved me anyway, even if I'm a nurse or not. But
Mhm.
I wanted to mention. And after this short time after this chapters, he wrote he had a relapse, and really this crushed me. I was so into it as it was a family member, as it was a
Yeah.
brother or something like this. I felt really bad, and then he was a few weeks. I'm not quite sure how is it on a timetable. He was a few weeks off. He wrote nowhere a post or
Yeah.
something, and I'm
Yeah.
not something. Sometimes I have to. I thought about this. I'm not like a fangirl, not a 16-year-old girl who is in love with somebody. Not like this. I don't know. Not at all. I was never, and this time not too. But then he wrote on Instagram a post where he wrote he's really upset, and
Mhm.
he had this relapse, and he described a little bit the situation, and he said he really needs some comments who bring
Yeah.
him positive stories of people
Yeah.
who were going through the same or nearly
Yeah.
same things. And I'm not,
Mhm.
obviously. But I don't know. In this time, it made click in my head, and I thought about I had I got some lyrics in my head, and sometimes I have this. And then I thought, I write them. Why not? And then I had 3 days, and all time comes something through my mind. And then I had, well, I don't know, 6 pages full of things. And then I
Okay.
thought, yeah, I do this. And then I did it maybe altogether, maybe 5 6 days. It was not a long time because I
Yeah.
was a little bit under pressure. I wanted to do it really fast because I don't know,
Mhm.
this time I thought maybe you get it. now
Mm.
now I think a little bit different, but this time it was like I wanted to make it really really fast out.
Mhm.
um yeah, I don't know, that was it, that's all.
Yeah, yeah, but I've seen the song, and I think you mentioned about how many times it took you to
Yeah.
be happy with the recording. I know, but this is perfect. This is
Mm.
exactly. Go on.
Yeah, this was also a thing. I did it. So I wrote this song for 3 4 days, and then I thought I try today to record it. Um, and I had not rehearsed it really much because I had this short time because I wanted to do
Yeah,
it really fast. And then I tried maybe these 50 times. I tried the first 40 45 times. I tried to do it without my notes, only
yeah.
with the guitar and singing. But it's a long song. It's 6 minutes,
Mm,
and for me, I'm a hobby musician, and I rehearsed not a few weeks or something like this. And all time somewhere I stuck, or I forgot some lyrics or something like this, or did something wrong on the guitar, and I was like, do it again, do it again, do it again.
yeah,
And in the first maybe 20 takes, I was always in the beginning, hello, I'm Bells, and I wrote the song, and I'm so nervous, and blah blah blah. And in the end, I was only like, yes, I tried again. and, and then I finally got it, and I was so surprised by myself that I said,
yeah,
"Ooh, I have it now!"
yeah,
And after I had it, I posted
yes,
immediately without
yeah.
cut something, and in the end, it's a little bit embarrassing on some parts. But on the other side, I think if Ren one time gets to see it, I
Mhm.
have not so high hopes. But if, then maybe he could laugh about it, and that it's fine for me. But I understand why people would not watch it many times or would maybe not share it because there's so much blah blah in it. I thought about cutting it out and post it again. I did it in the
Yeah.
beginning, but then after I think 1 or 2 days, I deleted again because I thought maybe it shares the clicks, and then
Mhm.
it's
No,
much
no.
less hopes that it gets
Yeah.
to Ren, and yeah, it's like this now.
No, no. I mean, I watched the whole thing, obviously, but I just thought this is your message to him. The whole thing. I mean, it's not just the song. For me, it was the whole thing that
Yeah,
you were expressing. And also, I loved that you said the challenges of recording it too. And as I say, for me, I'm so interested in that side of the story of people who feel some inspiration to create something. Yes, they and then they go, it sets you apart that you go to all that effort to actually want to make something, and then all that sharing it when
yeah.
there's mistakes, and then maybe afterwards you're a bit embarrassed and you think, I mean, for me, I cried a few times on videos and I'm like, oh no. But that's kind of part of it, isn't it? That's,
Yeah.
that's part of the, I'm sharing something with myself and I'm super new at this. That's the
Yeah,
story.
this I love the reaction. I cried with you, of course. I cry always. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. It was just a moment to take this, and I wanted to share it like this. To be honest, I had a few weeks after I posted it, I contacted Wayne and Ferry, who did this great song for Ren.
Yes.
I hope he don't mind if I share it. But I contacted him and asked him, "Do you have any ideas? What could I do to maybe get more clicks on it? Not because of the
Yeah.
clicks. I don't need the clicks, but I
Yeah.
wanted to get it to Ren. This is the thing.
Yeah.
Now this time I was a little like crazy because I only checked every day. Maybe something goes higher, and then I got a
Yeah.
little like crazy because I thought time's moving on and he will
Yeah.
not get it. And now I'm okay with this, but this time I was so. I contacted reactors, and I contacted, I don't know, everybody. I contacted the
Mhm.
merch service, and I contacted Connor Honeysett.
Mhm.
It's his manager, and I was like crazy. I don't know. And Wayne and Ferry, and he said maybe you should record it professional. Maybe
Mhm.
you cut out talking. This was my idea from before too. But then I said to myself, no, stop this now. It's like this. He sees it or he doesn't see it.
Yeah.
The message is
Yeah.
out, and it's a moment, and that's it. And now he get it or not, I don't know. It's finished now for me. I would love if he get it, but I think he feels a little bit
Yeah.
better now, and he knows that many people love him and admire him and all of this. So
Yeah. I
oh
feel like it's a
my
gift.
God, I talk all over the place like this. I'm sorry of this.
No, 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 but I feel like it's a gift for the
Oh man,
community too, though. It's a sense of the fans that
I
want
hope
to be
yes.
part of that community and say, when I watched you, I was thinking,
Now you're
what an amazing
frozen for the
group of
moment.
people are around in the different
I'm
value.
sorry, frozen a second.
Okay, am I back?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I was just saying that for me,
frozen
it was
again.
a gift.
I'm sorry.
Okay, uh, 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 uh. So
Now you're back.
let's see. Now I'm back.
Yes,
Okay, well, you've been. Well, we'll see how it goes when at the end of this, whether what happened. I was just saying, am I still here?
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was just saying that for me, you see, when you were saying earlier about not being a fangirl, I don't know a lot of his music. I like the community, and I fell down the rabbit hole of the reaction videos, like you said, particularly for High Ren. So that's my interest is how people treat each other and how they're inspired to create. I'm part of a Facebook group and they're talking about art and people are drawing and people are making music and
Mhm.
for me it's just amazing to be a witness to that and
Mhm.
inspiring for me to say, okay, because there's a lot of times when I feel so far behind. Gosh, I'm talking about myself. I'm supposed to be interviewing
No,
you.
no, no,
Sorry,
no.
I
You're
do this.
welcome. I'm
Um,
interested in this. No, it's totally
I
fine.
feel behind. I feel
Okay,
like I should be much better in these skills.
I
So to
understand
be
this.
part of a group that are
Mhm.
new trying a lot of these things, and then you doing the reaction videos, and then you doing these things, and some of the reactors I've spoken to are saying, "Oh, I haven't done a live yet, and I haven't done this," and I'm like, "This is great. This is exactly who I want to be hanging out with."
Mm. Yeah.
Gosh, I'm sorry.
No, this you're very welcome. This last sentence, what you say, you wanted to be a part of it or talk to them. I was so
Yeah,
excited for this chat today, not only to talk about myself, but also to talk to you because I'm also really at the beginning with my reaction channel, and
yeah,
sometimes I feel confident, and sometimes there's only one comment. It's not even a bad comment, but it's a
yeah.
comment um, who does not say, "Oh, the audio was quiet or too quiet or too loud," but it's a
Okay,
comment like, "Maybe this was a little bit rough." I had yesterday a comment, and I was like,
okay.
"What does this mean?" This makes me. This person says he loves the reaction,
Yeah,
and I think maybe he will see this video because he commented on the last one, and I really appreciate you.
yeah,
But it makes me so unsure. I was like, yeah,
yeah.
should I cut it more? Should I don't know. I'm really new to this too,
No,
so
no,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
interested in
I think
yours
it's
too.
a case of figuring it out, and I've spoken to a few people who've got channels, and I was saying to them, at the beginning, you've just gotta make stuff, and
Yes.
I know when I first spoke to and I was saying, "I'm trying to find my people," and I said to my husband, "I'm trying to find people who can tolerate me," and he goes, "Well, that's a really low standard," and I go, "But the thing is, if me making mistakes with the tech or the lighting or the sound irritates them to the point that they cannot watch it, then that's where I'm at. That
Yeah.
yes, do I want to get better fast? Of course I do. But this is still where I'm at, and a little bit of humility for me. That is where I'm at. Because if not, what? How long do I wait until I'm supposedly better
Yeah.
before I share anything?
Exactly.
You know.
I have exactly the same things. In every video, my camera goes one time up and down, and people laugh about me in the comments, but they laugh with me. I feel like they laugh with me.
Yeah,
And this is
yeah,
really, it's funny too, because I say, oh, sorry, I'm not perfect. This is not a perfect channel. It will never
yeah,
be. I have an old computer from my grandmother. I have uh, a microphone which lies here for 20 years in my basement. I don't know. And I have no clue what I'm doing here.
yeah,
I was so happy that I even get it right to make the record with the computer and in the
Yeah.
same time to see me on the desktop. This was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
But I
It's like
really
this.
see, I think that's missing a lot on YouTube, of seeing people right at the beginning. And I think people, a lot of the YouTubers that I see later on, and they say, yes, your first videos are embarrassing, but I can't find that, and I'm like, we need to see that. There needs to
Yeah.
be a, I don't know how to say, a path forwards that we can aspire to, not just the
Mm.
perfection of other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this makes sense. And I think also it makes you much happier because then when you get to
Yeah.
the next step, when you say,
Yeah.
oh, in the first time I had no microphone and my audio was always
Yeah.
stuttering the first maybe 10 videos or maybe more. And people always commented this, but all in a nice way, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, yes, I will take a microphone, but it costs a little bit. I have not the
Yeah.
money. I don't have it because it's a hobby. And I like it that you said that you talked from your husband. My husband really doesn't like what I do here. So it's he tolerates it, but
Yeah.
that's all what I can get. So it's not
Yeah.
like I say, oh, I need this, I need this, I need this. So I don't
Yeah.
have a camera, I have no microphone, and step by step. But then I by myself, I'm so happy. I was so happy. Then I got the microphone, and I saw by myself, oh, the audio is quite better, to be
Yes.
honest. And I thought maybe one time I will delete these first videos, but then I think no, these were also
Yeah.
first reactions, and I will let them hear.
Yeah.
Anyway, nobody watches in the beginning. Not many
No, no,
people.
I
So
do. Yeah, you see, I feel like there's definitely a value for leaving the first ones up.
yeah,
I think there's a value to other people. I do think it's embarrassing though. And there's a part of me that's like, but
yeah,
I'm not pretending to be something. I really, when I first did YouTube several years ago, and I was trying to teach something, I think I was trying to pretend to be, I can be professional, and what ended up happening is that I became so teachery and sort of
hmm,
patronizing, and just, I'm here to teach you something. And I didn't feel like I was really being myself, and I
yeah,
didn't like myself on camera. But now it's like, okay, I'm not gonna pretend I know more than I do. I'm not gonna pretend I know all of Ren's music. I'm not gonna pretend I know a lot about music. You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. You're,
And
you're
then,
natural here.
yeah, I'm trying to find, as I say, the goal was I'm trying to find my people, and I've been around the 800-900 subscribers for a little while. Oh gosh, I'm talking about myself again.
No,
Anyway, uh
it's absolutely fine. Everything is fine for this.
you can hear my inner voice, can't you? My inner voice
Yeah.
is saying, "Oh my goodness, you're doing it again." Um,
No, but this is interesting for me too. For me, it's no problem. Really not.
so
Talk
yes,
about yourself.
so yes, I've watched videos about how to be successful on YouTube and different things like that. And I know that people were saying, "Oh, do this kind of video and that kind of video." And I thought, the thing is, I'm not trying to just get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000. I'm trying to find my people. I'm trying to get better at this so
Yeah,
that they want to watch that
yeah.
many hours, and I'm not there yet. That's so. Could I fudge it some way, or could I, uh, try and pull in some favors and say, "Oh, just play this one video over and over"? I'm like, that kind of defeats the point. The point is that I'm supposed to get better at the storytelling and talking to
Yeah.
people and finding my voice and the way I want to do the interviews and different things. Oh my goodness. Please
Of course,
talk. Please
no,
talk now.
it's absolutely fine. You have to find this, I have to find this, and the people
Yeah.
have to find you. It's not in the beginning. I think it's not so easy to find the right title for a video. To
Yeah.
everywhere you read or you hear, you have to do a good thumbnail and a catchy
Yeah.
thing, and you have to do I don't know this catchy uh,
The hook or
text.
something.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
I'm not good at this, and I don't want to do like something like a big word here, and then in the end it's me only talking about music, and I'm not like, wow, it's so crazy. I'm normal. I'm very natural, and I say this in the videos. I want to honest reactions and nothing more and nothing less. And
Yeah.
I had some reactions which I didn't like the songs, and I was like, oh shit, I don't like the songs. I don't want to pretend like I like the songs.
Yeah.
And in the end, I said it honest, and okay, two people were maybe offended by it.
Yeah.
But the rest was nice. I didn't say something bad about the artists, but I said,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, this is not my taste of music. And
Yeah.
so I don't know. It was not bad. It was a good. Hmm. Now I lost my words. This happens too very often. Wait, 1 second. I
Can
Google it.
I just want
Um,
to I'm just wondering, do you do the reactions in English? Is that both
yeah,
channels are in English?
some in
Yes.
English and some in German.
Okay.
Mostly in English, to be honest. Experience. It was this experience I got from this.
Yes.
I do in English all the first reactions for Ren,
Mhm.
and from these people who give me their recommendations in English, I do
Yeah.
them in English.
Yeah.
And in German, I do German songs, and I did some reviews from Ren.
Okay.
But I think Ren is it. It's the artist at the moment for me. But I have not heard
Okay.
so much, so much, because I had lately much big push recommendations,
Okay.
and sometimes I have to say by myself, no, I do a little bit Ren because I
Yeah.
want to get deeper in it, and I do the reviews in German to maybe some people find him, but my channel is really tiny at the moment. I'm maybe 260 people now, but this is for
Yeah.
me. This is huge. I never thought it would grow so fast.
Yeah.
For me, it's
Yeah.
fast. And
Yeah. I think when some of the Ren fans found me, I was about 160 or 170 subscribers. I was like you. I was just starting. I was just finding my feet, and I was thrilled with the interactions and the comments, and
yes,
just very grateful. And yeah, I'm curious,
yeah.
when you're doing the reactions, are you coming at it from a musician's? You said, what did you described yourself as something, particular type of musician. Did you say amateur or part? What did you say about yourself?
Hobby.
Hobby.
For
Okay.
hobby. I don't know. I'm not a musician. I don't know. I don't know if this is.
I'm
I
not a
think it's.
musician. I just write songs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I don't
What
want
makes
to
you a
do like
musician to
something
me?
like understatement, but at the end, I
Yeah.
feel like only. Yeah, I don't know. I do music. I love music. My whole life, I love music, and my whole life, sadly, nobody else loved music like me. So
Okay.
sometimes it was like, and nowadays too, it's like um, I annoy people with my music thing,
Mhm.
and I feel this, and then I had this many times in my life, but okay, I had it again with High Ren. I shared this in my family group because I was so, I have to
Yeah.
discuss this with somebody, and nobody was interested and wanted to listen to it. It's not my taste, blah blah blah. And uh, now I have this channel, and it's like the name is Künstlerstunde. This means something like artist hour. It's an hour where
Okay.
I spend time for an artist, and it's the sense is I listen to music, but I also listen to interviews. I do deep dives because I am like this.
Yeah.
If I like something, I want really to know everything, but
Mhm.
not in a stalker way. I don't want to know where they live, but I want
Yeah.
to know
Yeah.
where they come from and who they are as a person. If the and Ren is really open, you can find
Yes.
really much things. It's not everybody like
Yeah.
this, but I want to know who I listen to,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and also I want to know the lyrics. So I'm from Germany. Mostly the artists are not in German,
Mhm.
or sing not in German, and I want to know the lyrics if they are interesting to me or not.
Mhm.
Um, so lyrics are really important all the time to me. And so from what point of view I come? I come from a musician, but I do not judge about how they play the guitar. I say maybe this
Mhm.
is quite impressive or something, but I don't say,
Okay.
oh, this technique or something like this, because I'm
Mhm.
not good enough to know this.
Mhm.
And but music, I wanted to mention this really fast again for the hobby thing. So
Mhm.
I listened to music all my life. I sang all my life, and I'm 3 years ago. I joined a group. We are 6 people, and we do music together, singing a cappella, and also different things. We make pop, and we make musical, and we make some songs like this gospel,
Mhm.
and I really like it. I really like to sing. I think nobody will watch it, but I will tell. I really like it, but it's not my taste of music, to be honest.
Okay.
So I searched for something more. But I like this group because I have this group and I like it.
Mhm.
But there's some other music which is interesting for me, and this is something like Ren, and this is not interesting for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not so easy to understand this for me, to be honest, because I think if
Mhm.
you really listen to him, you have to respect it. But some people are not interested in listen to, and they say
Yeah.
no, it's not my taste. Finish,
Mhm.
and he's crazy, and finish, and I
Yeah.
don't know, I don't know. And this is it. And then I also um, I get a little bit. I can't without going a little bit deep, but only a little. 3 years ago, I had a I don't know from one to the next. I was really like I felt depressive. I don't know. For me, it felt like depressive. I have no diagnosis or something like this, but it felt like this. And music helped me out as always in my life. This time it was a German artist, and I started after this. After I was out of this, I started playing the piano. This was always when I was a child. I hoped for playing the piano one time, but there was no money
Mhm.
to afford. And
Mhm.
this time I worked short before, so I say now is the time because then we will get maybe from the family or something. I have not the money again, so
Mhm.
I bought an electro piano, and I had lessons for 3 years, and this was great. This is my yoga now. It feels like my yoga to do
Mm.
this. And now after 3 years, I quit this and started again playing guitar. The first time in my
Okay.
life, I take a guitar lessons, and I love it because it gives me so much confidence. So I learn now songs which I never thought I could be able to play,
Mhm.
because before I did on my cover channel, you see it, I do really easy covers. I play them
Mhm.
all like maybe I could do more, but I didn't. I was
Mhm.
not confident enough to try. I said, oh,
Mhm.
I can't, it doesn't work. I do it a simple way. And now so music is really everything for me. And as maybe this is the point of view why, as how I watch this reactions, how I do
Yeah.
this. Music is all for me, and so
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this, and I'm only watching this from a hobby musician. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can see now. I feel like I've got a better hold on things of where you're coming from in terms of what your interest in this. And it sounds to me like you're also interested in a story around the artist. You're saying you
Yeah,
do a deep dive on them. Um, no, I said the same thing because I did a reaction to one group and I said, "Oh, I want to know more about the people and how they got there and how they got to this sound." And people were saying, "Well, no, you either like the music or you don't." And I'm like, "Well, okay, then I'll say I don't." Like, but I do. Maybe for me, the whole story, and I feel like there's a disconnect, and that I'm just not on that wavelength. But sometimes when I get to hear the story and how they, where they started from,
yeah,
and then they met this person, and then there was this influence, and I'm like, oh, now I get it. But
yeah. Then there's a
it's
connection.
probably because I'm not a musician. Sometimes for me, I'm just not connecting, but it doesn't mean they're bad. It's just I need a little bit more help to get onto that wavelength.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes you don't like the song sound. I had this with one group on my reaction channel. That's why I know it so exactly. So many people said, "Oh, they are exactly how you described what you like. They are not the same in every song." And I
Yeah,
tried, I think 6 songs of them, and all were like, "Sorry, it's not my taste. They are great, but it's not my
yeah,
taste." And then, to be honest, I'm not so interested to do a deep dive because I know this is not my music. I think these are
yeah.
great people, and I okay, I read the Wikipedia page, but this is all. But then there are some artists lately. It's Ren, and there is also Chinchilla. Is really interesting for me. And
Yes.
then I want
Your
to go
cover
to
of the chalk.
interviews with her.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, thank
I
you.
heard one with it was it chalk outlines. I think you've
Yes,
done a few, and it was very beautiful. It's
thank you
very
so
beautiful.
much. Yeah,
Yeah,
and this is at the moment I'm at the point with my channel where I struggle a little bit with this. It's my problem. It's not a problem. It's a first world problem, but it's a problem for me in this channel. Then I think I want to do a deep dive on something, on Ren, on Chinchilla, on some others. But on the same time, or at the same time, I want recommendations from the people because I want to do this channel also for the people.
yeah.
Yes, of course, I love that some people watch this with me and give me
Hmm.
comments, and it's nice to talk to them, and they are really lovely people on this channel. So
Hmm.
I'm surprised, but they're really really nice. And the problem is the time. I have only 24 hours a day, as everybody of us,
Hmm.
and I have only the night. So sometimes I struggle with this. Should I watch these videos all on my own, or should I do every video for a reaction? Then it needs so long, and I can't do this deep dive as I did it before. Before I watched everything from an artist
Mhm.
which I was interested in, and now I'm finding it out because I do it only till November, and I'm finding out
Yeah.
how is the best way. So I'm sorry, I talk only on this reaction channel. I stop this now and let you
No, but I think
say
that's
what
I
you
think
wanted
that's
to say.
I don't know. I don't know the type of people um, that are watching these interviews, but the few people that I do know, they are interested in. I, some of them have made the jump into creating and sharing. Some of them have not yet, and so I think they're interested in this conversation of okay, this is what it's like at the beginning. You have an idea,
Mhm.
you try it, and then real life happens, and you think, I'm not sure. I mean, I started a podcast last January, and then it lasted a few months because I couldn't keep up with chasing people about the interviews and different things. And then when I was doing this and reaching out to people to ask for interviews, I thought, I don't think I've got the time and energy to do that. I love it. And yet
Mhm.
somehow it fitted together. And I don't know if it's because I'd learned things in the January before and I'd got some
Mhm.
systems in place, or maybe that this is a different group of people and it's coming together a little bit easier. I don't know, but figuring it out,
Yeah.
just figuring it out. So yeah, so maybe you do deep dive sometimes and maybe you don't
Yeah.
others.
I have to see. Yes. Has to.
One of the things I was just going to say quickly, one of the things I struggled with is people kept making recommendations to me, and I was thrilled about the recommendations. And then I'd watch it and realize it was a really sad song or something. And I'm like, no, now I'm crying and I can't do anything else for the rest of the night. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is. I had this not so many times. I had two times maybe. I was a little bit tearing up. Um, so I cry really easy normally, but
Yeah.
I don't know for some songs. So I had two times where it happens. I recommend this song to you. One is from Romain Axisa, "Time After Time,"
Okay.
and he sang about the situation in Gaza,
Okay.
and it's
I
really it's
don't want to be
beautiful.
crying anymore. I've done
No, no, no.
enough crying videos.
Maybe someone in the comments. If somebody watches this, it's a beautiful piece of art. And
Yeah.
the other one is from Ren. It's Crutch. It's a song 8 years old. It's
No, I
so
don't know it.
honest and it's really. He,
Okay.
this was maybe the worst time in his life when he did this.
Yeah.
I don't know when he really thought he will not make it any longer. Um, really beautiful, but really sad. And this really got me really much. Um, but but I had now a different experience. I had a German song which some people or somebody asked me to react to, and I reacted to it. And the people, German people, it's a difference between the German comments and the English comments, to be honest.
Yeah.
And yes, some are really nice, but some are really um how you say it? They show the critic in a negative way, not in a positive way, how you could make it better, but in a
Okay.
negative way, oh, you did it bad
Okay.
or something. And I have this only for this video. This has the most clicks on my channel, funnily
Okay.
enough. I thought many times about putting it on private because, to be honest, this song doesn't mean so much to me. It
Mhm.
should, because it's a song. It's called Meine Söhne gebe ich nicht. There are many reactions out there in English too of this. It's a
Mhm.
song where people sing about many artists come together and sing in a wood where many people died from the World War, from the Second
Okay.
World War, I think, and they sing about I don't give my sons to fight, so
Wow.
because I give them birth and I don't want this for this. And yes, this is a really a great message and it's an emotional song, but to be honest, it, it didn't get me this time. So I was
Mhm.
not crying and I was not talking too much about. I think I talked nothing about about the lyrics because
Mhm.
I got it. I heard it and I don't know. I forgot to talk about it, so it was not a good
Yeah.
reaction. Maybe I'm with this. It was maybe my 20th video, so
Mhm.
it was my worst, maybe my worst reaction. But And I didn't know the singer. I didn't know the picture of him. I know his name and I know one song from him. He's a singer from the 80s.
Mhm,
Okay, I was born in the 90s, and yes, I know one song, but I didn't know how he looks. So
mhm,
I don't know. I think there are worse things out there. And
mhm,
many people were like, "Ah, I'm so disappointed because you didn't know him. Oh, this is embarrassing. You didn't know him. Oh, this is embarrassing. You didn't got the song." And I was like, "I think I got the song, but I haven't talked
yeah,
about it." And I cried. Not, I'm sorry, but some songs
mhm,
have a connection to you and some not, even if the
yeah,
topic maybe is deep. So Romain Xisa sang not directly about the same thing, but something was close to,
yeah,
and he got me. So sometimes it's not so easy, I think, to make it for the people good. And then I feel like, I do it not only for the people, I do it only for me, also for me. I want to do honest reactions. This time it was like this.
yeah.
So
I know, but this
uh,
goes back to what I was saying is that are you doing if you were doing reactions as in, "I'm gonna get as many followers as possible," then maybe it's not so important to react honestly. But if you're
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
be to
of course.
find your people, you're like, "I you
Yes.
know, that's how
And
I
for
feel," and yeah.
And for me, it's like this. I have not so much time. I don't want to say in every video, "Oh, I love it. It's crazy.
Mm,
Crazy. This art is crazy
yeah,
to me." It's not like this. Some artists get me and some not. And this is not that they are bad artists. This is only my taste of music. And for this song, where I got for from me, I got many bad comments. It's not like I got hate or something.
no,
There were
no.
some people, maybe I don't know who, but there were some people who say this is really bad, and I want to
Mhm,
say it to you. Okay, good, nice. But
yeah,
now this song has the most clicks because so many people thought about writing a
yeah,
comment, and I got many recommendations on this song
mhm,
from the same artists or artists
yeah,
like this. And at the moment, maybe 5 days ago, I did a comment on this video too, and I pinned it up, and I said, "Hello guys, nice that you're here, but to be honest, I'm a little surprised by the comments here, and I'm not sure
mhm,
if I want to react to these songs
yeah,
because I think these songs goes to the same bubble." And then
yeah,
uh, I don't know. I'm not interested to get into. I want to make a positive channel,
yeah,
and I don't have so much time to waste it. I think the songs could be great. The artist is
yeah,
not the point. The point is the people who comment. And yeah, I don't know. Only from this song, I was not so interested to listen to 20 songs more. So
yeah,
maybe I do one, two more, and maybe they are really great and they get me. And maybe I say, yes, they are great, and that's
mhm,
it. I don't know.
yeah,
Sometimes it's not so easy then to make them happy, but on the other side, some of these people I don't want on my channel if they are like this, judging
yeah.
after one after
I
one
I think
record.
yeah, but it goes back to what I said earlier about you're not pretending you didn't have a flashy thumbnail and professional production on everything, and then suddenly you're new to it. It's quite
Yeah.
clear you're new to it, like,
Yes.
so
Yeah, I would say too.
yeah, so
And
it's
but
like,
but this is
okay,
maybe why I do it in English and in German.
yeah,
It's what point I said in my first video, and this was really my first videos were really much worse than now. I think. Uh, I said I feel more confidence in English, even if I search for words many times,
yeah,
even if
yeah,
I'm not good in talking in English.
mhm,
Nobody ever commented down to my videos, I talk so bad in English. Nobody
yeah,
ever said this. The English comments are so nice. Maybe there are many renegades on it, I think, because they are so sweet, all. But
yeah,
all of them. And in the English videos, there was not that much criticism,
yeah,
but there was. And it's like I can't hide myself behind it. I don't want to hide myself, but
mhm,
if I'm not perfect here, then I get much more critic than I think I should get because I'm really new to this, and it's a first reaction in the end. It's not like I say, "Oh, I write a story about this artist." I say I have listened to all of his before, and I
mm,
read all before. I'm new to this artist, and I'm sorry I didn't know how he looks,
yeah,
and that's it. So
yeah.
I thought also you don't have to give so much meaning to this. I'm only a girl who listens to this song, and that's it.
Yeah, well, it's funny though because of I remember on one of the reactions, I didn't get it. I didn't get the song, and I think I felt a bit sort of, "Oh my goodness, what just happened to me?" When I heard,
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't know what I just watched," and I mean, I couldn't even talk about it musically. I was just so stunned about what I watched, and I was like, "I don't get it." and I hesitated to share it. And then in the comments, some of the fans were saying, "Oh, that's how I felt too, and it takes about 4 songs before you get it." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Who knows?" And as I say, I really did hesitate to share it because I thought I
Yeah.
could be upsetting a group of fans who I don't need to upset. We don't
Yeah.
have to cross paths, type of thing. But I think this is an experiment. So for me, it's about I'm experimenting in expressing myself, and I'm figuring things out. That way, I'm not necessarily trying to build a reaction channel.
Yeah.
It's all an experiment. So, but it's
Yeah.
interesting that you've separated the two. What made you separate the two? So you're creating music
Um,
on one and reacting on another.
yeah, it was like it was so short after my song for Ren, and I
Okay.
thought like I don't know. At the moment, I don't know how it sounds to you, but this is the thoughts for me. It was like I didn't want to annoy the people with my music
Yeah.
thing, and
Yeah.
maybe this is because of my story that everybody's annoyed here all the time. Because really, I could do and talk music the whole day, and nobody's interested, and no, everybody's like "Ugh," again. So I had this channel, and really, it was really small. Before this song for Ren, there were maybe 60 people, 70 people. I don't know
Yeah.
it even. It's not so interesting for me, but there were less people, and I had not posted something the last 4 months. After the
Mhm.
summer holidays from my children, I didn't start again. I had no
Mhm.
time, or I took no time. Um, and then I did this song for Ren, and I felt like now if I do this reaction channel, it looks like I search only for clicks because now some
Okay.
people from Ren are here, and everybody knows that from Ren reaction some channels blew up, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't wanted to do it. Sometimes I feel like this nowadays because I do some Ren reactions
Yeah.
because I really want to get
Yeah.
into it, and I know that people renegades like to see something like this. But there are,
Mhm.
I don't know, it feels like there are millions of channels who do this, and
Mhm.
they are much bigger, and this is great. So I'm not searching for these clicks, but in the end, yes, I'm happy if some people watch it. But I
Yeah.
felt like if I do it now on this channel where I do my music covers, on the one hand, I annoy the people with my music thing, and maybe this is not good for the algorithm or something like this.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I didn't want to annoy. This was the mostly part of it. And the second was I was like I did now this song for Ren. I don't want that it looks like this. Now I start my reaction channel because now some people coming over to my channel for this song,
Mhm.
and now I say, hey, here's my first reaction for Hi Ren. Follow me
Yeah.
here and take some new here. I felt like that. That's why the first weeks I didn't even link them together. I
Yeah.
didn't know how to do it, but I didn't search to do it also
Yeah.
because I felt like no, I want they come on an extra path to me. Maybe
Yeah.
they are interested and maybe not. But what I do in every Ren reaction, I link my video for Ren.
Mhm.
But not so many people went over there, I think. But this is all what I do now on promotion for myself because it feels not so nice to do this. I feel not so confident with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna comment on one thing because uh, we both loved from the sound of things, you loved the High Ren song and you were reacting to it and
yeah,
you watch reaction videos. And I was speaking to I've seen a lot of different reaction videos and they talk about psychosis and the good and bad voice and different things. And I was thinking that's not the impression I got first of all. I knew about his illness, but
yeah.
and then when I spoke and I did an interview with
Sorry,
a
you didn't know before about it? Did you know about his illness before you saw
yes.
the song? Ah, okay,
Yes,
okay.
because I've been diagnosed with chronic fatigue, and my counselor said,
Ah,
"Go watch him." So
okay.
I knew about that side of thing, but then when I was speaking to one of the reaction channels who's done by a doctor, and he was saying, it's interesting that people pathologize it and think of it as almost a mental illness, where he saw it as almost, uh, uh, I mean, yes, it can go to extreme, but there is a point where it's a normal
Yeah,
conversation of
I
and
wanted to
that's what
say exactly the same.
when you were just talking then I was like, "Oh, there's one voice saying, 'You're gonna annoy people if you do this,' and then,
Yeah,
'Oh, you can't take advantage because do that.' Oh, but I just
yeah,
like doing it." And I just thought, "Oh, that is perfect."
yeah.
That is exactly what I got from that song
Me
and
too.
the voice of resistance and who am I to do this and then when some Ren fans came to me I was like I can't just do a reaction video because then I'm using it and I felt
Mm.
icky and
I
so
understand
yeah
this 100%.
Yeah.
100%. This is one point why I do not only Ren reactions, to be honest, because
Yeah.
for if I'm only private, I would only listen to all his catalog. Only I
Yeah.
don't want to waste it. I don't want to go too fast through it because one
Mhm.
time there will be the last song, and
Yeah.
then I have it all. So I do it slowly, but now it's a little bit too slowly for me, to be honest, because there's much big push, and I love this, but
Yeah.
I want to go much more to it. And what is the other point is that he has so many great lyrics that sometimes I need a few days to get this into, and
Yeah.
I listen over and over and over, because if I like this, then I listen so much that I can sing to it, all the lyrics, and that's why I need some time. But I would also feel bad if I only do it on Ren's back,
Yeah.
this channel, because
Yes, yes. No,
okay,
well, that's
maybe
I know some people feel differently. I really I felt like I need time to step back and go, what are my intentions with this? Am I using this, or am I genuinely excited to do this because I want to do, and every now and then I take a little bit of a step back again. And it's like, okay,
yeah,
why am I doing this? It's just I just like talking to these people, and but again,
yeah,
you know that if you put the word Ren in the title, it attracts more people
yes,
rather than if you're just
of
talking about
course,
an idea that is spoken about. So yeah,
yeah,
but I do, as I say, I just thought it was so interesting. It's that particular voice, and people jump to the maybe psychosis and different things about the good and bad voice, but I'm so interested in it as a creator or some sort of if you're creating art or writing or something, that
yeah.
voice, that of,
It's
ah,
and it's
yeah.
also in the Hiren song. It's not only this psychosis thing. He directly
Oh, no,
talks in his
he's
lyrics
spot
about
on.
music.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and
"Oh,
and
that's your God
I
complex. Yeah, who do you think you are?"
yeah,
Like, and that's about being an artist. To
and
me, that's about being a
I saw
creator.
many reactors who say, "Oh, I'm a musician by myself." Many reactors who are musicians by themselves, and they say it also. Oh, I can relate to this so much. And I thought
Yeah.
I'm only a hobby musician, I think, but I relate to this so
You need to
much.
stop saying
And
that. Yes.
yeah, but it, maybe this gives you a little bit like that. If people don't like it, you can say, "Oh, I do it only for hobby. I'm not a pro at
Yeah,
this." But I don't know.
yeah.
I what I did after I song out. First, I did nothing, and nothing happens. Nobody watches. Maybe 200 people, and
Mhm.
this was only because there was Ren in the title, as you
Yeah.
said. Because I had maybe 60 people who watched my channel, and I didn't post for 5 months or 4 months before, so nobody got this video. And and what I also forgot, not only I posted it immediately to do a thumbnail. I never did thumbnails before. That's why maybe my channel is that little as it is. Because I don't know, I was not interested in this to
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't
I'm not
maybe I was
doing
too lazy before.
thumbnails. I
So
the rest of my video is still I'm not
yeah.
editing and doing anything flashy, so I feel like the thumbnail represents that I'm not flashy. So
Yeah.
maybe when
Okay. Yeah.
maybe if I start doing B-roll in the film, then I'll upgrade
Then
the
yes.
thumbnails. But I
Yeah. I don't
yeah.
know. And then I thought, but then I thought, yeah, for this song, I wanted some people maybe see it because it's not. So I wanted some people see it because then the chances are high it got to
Mm,
Ren. To be honest, first it was only this. I wanted to get it to Ren, and if he watches alone in his room and says, "Oh, this is nice," or what
mhm,
I want, or maybe this makes me feel a little light in the dark. This would be great. This was the point what I want to make. Nothing more, nothing less. To make clicks on this. I didn't want to take followers of this. It's nice that some people followed in, but maybe they are really disappointed now because I post really less on this channel. I want to
mhm,
post more, but I simply had no time for this.
mhm,
And so I feel nearly bad that some people subbed to my channel because I think, yeah, there's this song and there's nothing. No, I will try to post again, but often. And then I started after 2 weeks. Waynand was ready with his song. I want to say his name
mhm.
right. It's Waynand.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
posted his song, and I thought, first of all, I didn't comment it there. Only, oh, it's great, blah blah blah, because and it was nice to be a
yeah.
part of it. But I was so. This is the Hiren thing again. The two voices in my
Mhm,
head. I felt like no, I can't write here. I did a write. I wrote a
yeah,
song too because maybe some people think why she has to mention here she wrote a song too, but in the end it's for it. It's not. I wanted to get it to Ren, and it's not like I would say, oh, my song is better or my song is, I don't know, something. It's not a competition. But I was too scared I'd comment. So maybe I had more clicks on my
Mhm.
channel if I write it immediately under his song. Because then
Mhm.
afterwards, where some reactors reacted to his song, I wrote a song too, and I was the girl in the song from Germany, blah blah blah. Then some people come over to my channel and
Yeah.
what, it's so nice. I got only positive comments. Nobody says, oh, you
Mhm.
were annoying. Um, Afterwards, bad. Maybe I should have posted before, but it was,
Yeah.
the voice was louder and said, nah, this is not good. Nah, it's like
It's
this.
all
And
good
first of
fun,
all,
isn't it?
I was like, I wrote this song in this time. I wrote, maybe I was 2 days into my song because I wrote really less days. I
Mhm.
told you. And then I got this video on my YouTube site from Wayne, and where he said, "Oh, I think about writing a song," and I
Mhm.
thought like, "Ooh, I'm writing a song too," and
Yeah.
I was nearly finished, so I was far in the process, and I wrote from this time to his comments. Only because I thought, oh, I have to write it now to him that he don't think I
The
stole his
copying
idea
or
or something like
yeah,
this.
yeah,
This is so stupid because it's not a competition. Nobody is interested in this. But for me, it felt like, oh, I have to tell this immediately
yeah,
because I don't know. This is really stupid. The internet is so big, and so many people maybe wrote songs in the same time
yeah.
about Ren. Maybe, I don't know. We don't know them, and I don't know. So this is what I got from High Ren too. There's two voices, and everybody has it, and maybe some
Yeah.
hear it louder, much some not. But
Yeah, and
I
I
don't
as I
know.
say, and all those things that you've been saying about, why you split the channels, I've had different channels at different points and then said, "No, I don't wanna." It wasn't just confusing the algorithm, I didn't wanna confuse the people that were following, and as I
Yeah,
say,
two. Yeah.
just completely in my head rather than making stuff, and so this time it's been, if you feel the inspiration to do a particular song and then sometimes the voice in my head is going, well, it's not Ren and it's not one of the groups that I think people like, and it's like, I'm excited, do it. And trying not to be so in my head, because I love being in my head. I love
Hmm.
introspection and overthinking things and analyzing things, but
Hmm.
I what I feel is that I need some data. I need to make stuff. I need the skills. I need
Yeah.
to practice making stuff, but I also need some data about who the people are and
Hmm.
who's naturally curious about things that I'm saying. I'm talking about me again. There is
No, yeah,
definitely a
you're
serious
welcome.
voice in
I
my
talked
head.
so much.
This is
No,
I've been
this is great.
realizing, yeah, I'm doing some neurospicy tests, the ADHD and autism and stuff. And I know in part of that they say that people who are neurospicy, as they call it, tend to tell stories about themselves to connect with others, but other people don't like it, and I was like,
No.
I do think I've had decades of people saying, "Stop talking about yourself, stop," and yet for this
Oh.
project, the advice was to stop being teachery and you must
Hmm.
share more of yourself. So I'm pushing myself, but honestly, these interviews, I
I love
swear,
this.
on these interviews, I say at
No,
least 3 times, "Stop talking about yourself, Joanne." Like, just
no, Joanne, you don't have to stop. And what I wanted to say to this, because you said you are in your head and
yeah,
you are overthinking, and I'm exactly not the same. I'm the difference. I'm like this. I talked blah 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 before so much. I talked, and now I think, oh God, I talked so much. The people will say, oh, she is so annoying. I'm the different. I am so spontaneous. I put all out, and so in my reactions
okay,
too. And sometimes afterwards, I think, oh, maybe somebody is offended. Like, I'm
yeah,
nice and all, and here I talk so much, and maybe afterwards I think, oh God, I talked all over the place, and I talked so much, and maybe I didn't answer your questions in the end because I don't know. I'm sorry for this too. But what I want to say, you're very welcome to talk. It's in me too,
well
and it
well,
should talk.
yeah, well, a few people were saying about the interviews, and they were saying that they said they liked the interviews, and they said it sounded like a conversation between friends, and I thought, well, that's my taste in interviews. So that's what I
Yeah.
aspire to be like. I don't want you to talk about something and then me go, "Oh yeah, and now my next question." And it's like, No, no,
Yeah.
let's follow up and let's see, and maybe there'll be some
Yeah.
pauses in there of I don't know where to take the conversation next, but I want to get to know
Yeah.
you. Can I was just there was a question that was in my mind earlier, but we were going in a different direction. Do you perform as in doing live gigs and different things with the group that you're with?
With this group, but only once or twice a year. I'm in this group now for 3 years, and we had, I think, 4 concerts.
Mhm.
We do one time a year concert
Okay.
in front of maybe 250 people. It's like this, and maybe in summer we do something again. But the last 2 years the weather was bad, so we didn't. This is all. This is all. Yes,
So
but
really
I
it's the
dream.
channels. It's the channels for you to create. It's not out in the world
Yeah.
before.
No, I would love to be confident enough to do
Okay.
something. But I think with this taste of music what I have, I don't know who would listen to. So I'm from a village. I live in not in a city, so I can't go busking here or something. And I think I'm not confident enough, sadly. I would love
Mhm.
to be confident enough, but I'm not. And I think I never will be. And I don't want blame all time the rest of my family. It's really not. But it's for me it feels like difficult if there's nobody supporting you and say, oh yes, try it.
Mhm.
Everybody is
Yeah.
saying, not everybody, but it feels for me like everybody. So the closest people say like, why you want to do this, this is embarrassing,
Mhm.
embarrassing, and this is what you want from this. You want applause, and it's like, I have this voice in my head. I don't have to listen, I don't have to hear it from other people. It's enough what I have.
Yes.
So but I
Yes.
will never be confident enough to this, I'm sure. And I feel like I get older and older, and so for me this is a big step to try this channel now,
Yes.
because I
Yeah.
was at lower points 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and then I found Ren. Happy, happy about this. And I think no, now it's the time to try. I get not younger anymore, and I get not more back here
Mhm.
in my surrounding. I have
Mhm.
to be my back by myself, and I have to start, and then I see if it's good for me or not. So I try to take these negative comments. There are really not much. It's this
Mhm.
one video, and that's it mostly.
Yeah.
But I try to take them not personal and say, okay, good. There is one person who reacts to something, and somebody needs to say this is bad because
Yeah.
she didn't know or something like this. I try to take it not so personal. Maybe for this I'm old enough and confident enough to say, okay, good. Then it's like this. He doesn't like. Maybe he or she doesn't watch again. Okay, then
Yeah.
it's fine. So and but most of the comments are really nice, and people say, ah, it's nice to watch this with you. It was nice to watch you how you watch it. And I feel like, yeah, that's it. Sometimes it feels
Mm.
like mm, it feels like it's not a big thing to do a reaction. You sit there and you watch music. But sometimes people say it was nice to watch it with you, and you said
Yeah.
um, good things to it, or you have a
Yeah.
point of view which I appreciate, and then it feels nice because nobody here wants to hear me, and I want to talk about it. So this channel maybe is something like a therapy thing for me, and it's all what I have now for music.
Yeah.
And I had these piano lessons which really were really good for me, and
Mhm.
now I have this guitar lessons. They give me also confidence
Yeah.
because I try things now which I never thought I would try. At the moment, I try to play the Tails by Ren,
Mhm.
and for me they are. Whew, I would never try it. I would have never tried this before
Yeah.
this lessons. And now he said, "Oh no, you're not that bad
Mhm.
because I play so long time the guitar, but only for hobby and only on the fire and something singing songs on the I don't know the right word. You know the fire where you what's the word for this? Uh, and I think again, Joanne, I talk so much now
No, I'm
about
giving you a
myself.
second to look the word up.
Bonfire,
Okay, the
campfire,
bonfire. Yeah.
campfire.
Yeah.
I was this kind of player.
Okay.
Easy songs, easy chords. And my guitar teacher said, no, you're actually not that bad. You could try
Mhm.
this for me, really new, difficult things. And I'm so happy about this because this gives me confidence in something which I really love, but I was never confident enough to try. So,
Yeah.
And to be honest,
So
I forgot
talking
what your question was.
I know, but I am interested when you were saying, because you mentioned confidence a few times, and then you said, "I will never be confident enough to uh, perform and
Yeah.
do different things." But so how do you feel about the channel? Do you feel like your confidence is growing? Have you noticed a difference? Or
So on this music channel, it is growing after this song for Ren.
Mhm.
Um, Maybe you haven't seen all the videos. You don't have to. It's not you don't have to. But I realized that I started after this videos. What I did after this song for Ren, I tried to smile in the camera before and after. And before these videos were like I'm like all the way through. I
Mm.
watch straight to the camera and
Yeah.
I there's no movement in my face. Cause and this is also what I say really much times in my reactions. I love that people like Chinchilla, like Ren, they express their passion
Mhm.
about music and I can't do this. I'm not good at this. And
Yes.
I love that I'm now a little bit more open to smile even to the
Mm.
camera and say hi people. It's nice that
Yeah.
you're here. I don't say it, but I want to give this feeling
Mhm.
to the people. And it was like I put the camera on, I did it, and then I put off again.
Yeah.
And I think here too about deleting some of these videos because there was not much feeling in it, and I try now
Mhm.
to do it better. But I did not so many videos as
Mhm.
I wanted to do it last time. For my reaction channel, yes, there I'm more confident. Maybe because I do it in English, I know these people I will never meet in reality, and I think also it's the internet. So if the
Mhm.
people like it, maybe they write a comment, and this is crazy to me that some people write comments. I never thought
Mhm.
about that. Some people really take time and say, "I watch it," and
Yeah.
then I write a comment and say it was not, or something like this. And I want that you watch this because I like the reaction. This is crazy, and
Yeah.
this is a good feeling. It's not that I don't want to be a person who looks like it's so important what other people think about her,
Mhm.
but it's like a feedback,
Yeah.
and this gives me some confidence in this that I don't tell anybody here I do this channel, but
Mhm.
it's nice to know that some people think, oh, it's not that bad what you are talking,
Mhm.
and it's not that bad how you do this video or what music you show here because
Mhm.
this is what I wanted to mention before. Now we talked about this. Don't put the, don't take the clicks only on the back of Ren. That
Yeah.
is important for me too. So I do this reaction channel not only to do reactions. I also want as I want recommendations and want to react to them, but I also want to give the people some music which I really like from before, and I do some reviews on this. So I did
Mhm.
some German reactions to Ren, but they were
Okay.
not actually reactions. These were like reviews of
Mhm.
songs which I saw before, and I'm talking German about this. So maybe people can find it. Maybe
Mhm.
I mentioned this before. And now I will start next week also a German band. I will do reviews in English. I talked to the Renegades. I think mostly they are Renegades,
Yeah.
to be honest, who will maybe click, maybe somebody will click on this.
Mhm.
And I will try to do this German band and translate in English and tell a little bit about their music. So I want to give something back. So maybe I give
Yes.
something back in this. Uh, it's a try. This will take much more time because I have to before because otherwise the videos get so long that nobody's interested in it. So I have to take some time before. But I also want to give something back to the world of music,
Yeah.
some things which I think should be heard. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. And I feel good talking about music because I love music.
Yeah.
So
But that sounds like, your face is lighting up as you're talking about that. And
yeah,
I think we're similar in that that's our intention for doing the channel. I can understand that some people want to reach monetization and want to reach different standards. Uh, for me, in terms of my priorities, it's okay. What am I enthusiastic about? What do I want to say? And and I'm still figuring out who wants to listen to that,
yeah,
whether it is the Wren or is it other people or yeah, I'm starting some people have been really kind and reached out to me and said where they are at in their lives, and that's been really useful.
Okay.
So yeah, but
I thought about this too, to ask the people right in the comments. Some people mention their age and
yeah,
where they come from. This is really interesting for me because
yeah,
I do this in English and in German. So I got some people probably from Germany. This is really nice.
yeah.
And the age is really interesting. So
But also, I
it's really
think
interesting.
it's are they consuming music and different things, or are they interested in creating, or or both, or who's attracted to
Yeah.
what you're doing, because you are also creating and writing your own music, and you're recording songs, so there may be people
Yeah.
that want to do that and are inspired by you turning the camera on, and so
Maybe they don't know.
maybe they don't.
Because
It's
only the
new.
last days a little link in the video, Bell sings, but I'm not sure if
Yeah.
somebody clicks on there, because I think if you're in the reaction, maybe you don't click there. So I for myself, I click not often on these links, but I thought,
Mhm.
good, I put it there and maybe somebody will find it, and that's it. More I have no confidence for more. So
No, but it sounds
that's
like
it. I put this
you're
link
getting
if something.
braver, though. It sounds like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
getting
yeah, yeah.
braver, and the goalposts are moving, but you're okay. No, I'm going
Yeah.
to try this now. I'm going to
Yes,
try that.
I think
That
like
sounds
this,
good.
how you say, I think like I try. It's nothing to lose. If they click, good, and if not, anyway, it's
Yeah,
okay. So
yeah, but it's exciting. Do you feel excited
yeah.
about the next year, or you just feel like it's a lot?
I feel in at the moment both, because I said my goal is to post every day a video. So I post not
Right.
every day, but you can you know it, you can plan it. So
Yeah.
some days I have time to do 3 reactions, and then I have for 3 days reactions.
Okay.
And my goal was to put every day one. But now I have also this inner voice, which say maybe you annoyed people if you post so much. Because I did 2 weeks, I did like Ren weeks or Ren and
Okay.
Friends weeks, and I thought like I ask in one of my next videos. There's the question. Maybe some people will watch till the end and will
Mhm.
listen to this question. I will see in the comments.
Yeah.
I asked there if this is too much, if the people are in stress to catch up with all
Yeah.
my videos when I post one week
Mhm.
only some stuff around Ren,
Mhm.
maybe also BTS stuff and also interviews, but different things. And I think like maybe it's enough 3 times a week. But I had this goal. So to be honest, it's not important for me for the moment. I don't think about monetization and something like this with YouTube,
Mhm.
because I think there is not so much. Um, it's first of all, it's not interesting because I do it for the music and not for
Mhm.
the money. And second of all, I think there is not so much chances to money that you can live from it. So maybe one
Mhm.
time there is some monetization, little, then it's nice. So it would be nice to get one time this 1,000 followers. But for the moment, I'm surprised that I have now this 260. I thought maybe I have 20 this time. So I started in November,
Yeah.
and I was like shocked that some people really watch this, because there are these
Yeah.
reactors who make this crazy. These are really like not only reactors, they are actors. I think I don't
Yeah.
want to blame
Yeah. Yeah.
anyone, but for me, there are some reactors out there which I don't like so much to watch, because I feel like, yeah, they are acting and they are
Yeah.
overacting that much that I'm
Mm.
not interested anymore. But
Mhm.
also there are some reactors where maybe where are really, it's not like they are boring to watch, but they're also not so confident. I feel them
Yeah.
because I feel like I am one of them too. So I'm really excited about this, that some people watch and some people write comments, and some people write comments under every video or every second video, and I get to know them a little bit, and I know, this comment is this person, he or she speaks also German, also English, and
Yeah.
sometimes she writes here and sometimes. And so I'm excited if I can reach my goal to post every day, and if I can reach my goal to stay confident enough to post every day, not only to make it because I need to, also to make it because I want to, and to stay confident enough to be nice and be all of this, and be not offended if someone doesn't like it, but
Mhm.
stay positive. I don't know. I'm excited about this if I could get it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, fabulous. I was just watching something, but they were talking about kind of the psychology and making progress and different things. And he was saying about voluntary exposure. And so you put yourself forward, and then yes, I mean, how we respond to the comments, the good and the bad, is part of the experience and the learning
Yeah.
experience, isn't it? It's like, okay, how do I
Yeah.
feel about that? And yeah, and I didn't really want to be so moved by positive either. I
Yeah.
thought, can I be I don't know what the word is, sort of that regulated emotion, like, can I be just centered and myself,
Mhm.
whether they say something bad or say something good? I didn't want to be all over the
Yeah.
place, but I definitely am swayed by when there's a nice comment. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'd
Yeah.
like to be feeling a little bit more grounded about some of these things, but I think it's part of the process.
Yeah,
I've
yeah, for
been
me
told that I need
it's
to wear makeup and things like that.
yeah, but
So
I think it's exactly the same. I try to feel not so offended by the bad comments. I had not that much, but this what I had.
no.
But to be honest, this like, oh, this is embarrassing that you didn't know him. I thought about
Yeah.
how I feel about it, and I felt not that
Mhm.
bad. I felt more like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
interesting. This is important to this person to tell me this.
Yes.
It was more like, what what's the problem? So and I only commented something like this because
Yeah.
I had no
I but
idea
I
what to comment.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
think that's
about
really
explain.
important. Yeah, I think that's really important for other if anybody is watching and they want to do a YouTube channel, you may be thinking, "Oh, there'll be a bad comment and I'll be upset." You might not be. You don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I've been told the same thing and I'm like, "Eh." I've been
yeah,
told that they go, "Oh, because you didn't like my group, I'm leaving." And I'm like, and I honestly
yeah, yeah,
didn't
yeah. I
feel
had
hurt
this
about
too.
it. And I thought, well,
I had
I didn't know to that until that moment, I didn't know how I'd react to it. But it's like,
yeah.
okay, it doesn't make you a bad person or me a bad person. You're not gonna
This is
be
interesting,
watching
but this is
anymore.
maybe because we are grown ups. Maybe when we are 20 years younger or
Yeah,
something like this, it would offend us much more. But I had exactly this with one another group. I make this reaction, and I said this reaction many times. I'm sorry for this.
yeah,
It's not my taste, but
mhm,
it's great that you like it or something like this. It's great music, but it's not mine. And most of the people understand it. And someone wrote something like, "Ah, I get it. It's not. It's too." Complicated for you or
yeah,
something like this.
yeah.
And it was like,
Oh,
nice
okay.
comment. But it didn't affect me at all. It was,
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe I'm too old for it. Okay, good. That's your point
yeah,
of view. Okay.
I think you don't know until you I think I did a video once and I called it about a rite of passage. I think you have to experience once you've had your first few comments and some are good or some bad, then it's like
Yeah.
that's part of the rite of passage of I'm doing this, I'm sharing my work, I'm gonna get this kind of feedback and this kind of feedback. It's like, okay, next, like,
Yeah.
this is the next experience. I had one video suddenly get a lot of views and a lot of comments, and when I turned YouTube on, I could see in the top corner that it was, like, a lot of comments, and I was like
Yeah.
and I thought I was gonna throw up, I really did. I was like because I didn't know what had happened. I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
whether it was gonna be a lot of hate comments or a lot of good and I oh.
But
But yeah,
did you
but again no, I have
did you had hate before?
sorry, say that
No.
again?
Did you had hate before on your channel?
No. As a very, very small channel, I had, more indifference. I had not
Mm-hmm.
many comments at all. Nobody was interested in doing the
Yeah.
comments, and so occasionally I would get things, sort of what I would think are the more inappropriate comments, and like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
need to do your hair, or you need to do your makeup, and I like your eyes," and it's like, it's not really the kind of, you know
Yeah.
comments that
It's
that
not
but again,
about what you're
I
talking
think
here.
that's a rite of passage. I think it's like, okay, and do I wanna respond to those too? No. Like, and then next, and then you
Yeah.
learn and you move on. It's not as
But that
if anybody's thinking of doing YouTube, it's that bit isn't as scary as you think. It
No,
is easier
and what
to
is really
manage.
interesting, I thought I would get some comments about how I look or
Yeah,
something, because you, I don't know, it's like you think everyone's on people's how they look,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
thought this is the point where I'm not that confident. So, but I get not a single one till now, and
yeah.
I'm surprised by this because for this too, I'm really um I think afterwards I do, and then I think and say, oh, maybe this. I'm not looking every video like this. I have so many videos.
Mhm.
I have no I don't know the word, but you know this. This. I don't have this. I don't have. I
Yeah,
have only a half eyebrow. You see, it looks really not nice. But I thought I get many comments on this. I got nothing, not a single one. So I think,
yeah,
oh, good. These people are interested in the music, obviously. Oh, I hope so, and I think so. And this
yeah.
is really
That's
nice to
but
me.
that's what you want. I
Yes,
think
that's
if you want
what I want.
if you want to be if you want to present yourself as glamorous and you want an audience that wants that, that's different. But if
Yeah,
you just want to be talking about
yeah.
music and being enthusiastic, you want an audience that responds to that. So
Yes,
finding our people.
to be honest, I don't have the time to every day make myself perfect because it's a big goal to take every day a video out.
Yeah,
So some days I look not nice, and I'm happy if I get it. And some days I had it to interrupt because my baby phone rang, and I said, sorry, I come back tomorrow. So,
yeah,
but
yeah,
on the other hand, some days this feels not nice, but on the other hand, I want to make it natural, and I want to make it
mhm,
as a as a person who is a mother and who is a
mhm,
person who has only time to do this and who is not
mhm.
so good in English and who is so I'm only this person who loves music and who want to share it and maybe is interested in and that's all what I want from this channel.
Yeah.
So
That's fabulous. I haven't the directions I could have gone, and I'm thinking right now, another time. Yeah, maybe another time. Let's just see how it goes. There was things that you mentioned, and I was like, "Oh, I could have talked more about that. I could have talked more about that." But sweetie, I've kept you for an hour and a quarter. Thank you so much for talking
yeah,
to me.
no problem. It was really nice. I feel I talked really too much and it would have been no problem if you would have talked more. Really not. It
Yeah,
was
well,
really nice.
what I do is, because I know that one of the channel names is German, I'm not gonna try and spell
Yeah.
it or say it. I'm gonna just put it in the description. But thank you. What happens now is that I stop the recording, and then we just say our goodbyes afterwards as we wait for the file to upload. So,
Yeah.
thanking you. Thanking you. I'm gonna hit the stop. Bye.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh.
Thank you for having me, Joe.